Welcome back to New Day, and I have to say there are more food hot takes about Thanksgiving than any other holiday. Maybe because the whole day is about food, but listen, we thought it would be the perfect time to assemble a Hot Topics panel. Joining me now, our producer Suzie, plus two new friends, Nelson, Lau and Monica Beach of the Seattle Foodie Podcast. Nelson and Monica, they know the coolest spots in Seattle, right? And I really thought it was great to have you on the show because your photos on your Seattle Foodie Podcast Instagram are gorgeous. How did you all get started? How did you become food bloggers and influencers?
Well, I had so many pictures on my phone that my friend told me to just start an Instagram account, and I asked him what was Instagram. So I had no idea what it was. And I was like, I'm too old to create an Instagram account. Just create one, and I just started posting regularly. And for our podcast, Monica and I we're foodie friends before we created the podcast, and one time we met up for lunch and she said, I want to create a podcast, and I told her the same thing. I was thinking the same thing too, and 3 months later we didn't know what we were doing, and all of a sudden we posted our first pilot episode, and I don't know how 300 episodes later we've been on there.
That's amazing, and it's all local. Well, we definitely need your foodie opinions on this first topic. Have you ever tried Jones turkey and gravy soda? Have you?
Why?
No? Let's give it a sipsy. We have a glass there, unless you want to drink from the bottle. I'm a bottle kind of girl, but...
Cheers.
It's a special release. You know, I tried it last year, and I have to say it's growing on me year over year. Suzie?
No. What?
No?
I love Jones Soda. I love the company. I love the concept. I love most of their regular sodas. Oh, there it comes the hit at the end.
No, I feel like, you know what? I think every year it's starting to grow on me. It's got like a malty beverage flavor. All right.
Too. I could use more gravy.
You want a little more gravy notes in there. Okay, Jones will take note of that.
A little too turkey forward.
Nelson, what do you think?
So I drink a lot of Asian sodas that are from, off other places, and it kind of reminds me of this, but kind of tastes like liquid clay. I'm not going to be honest with you.
I told you it was malty. I told you it was malty.
It's fun to have at the table, right?
It's quite interesting, though.
I love it. All right, well, now that we've had our turkey, I have to ask, I have to tell you actually about this interesting survey. A job search site called Zippia published a new report on each state's favorite Thanksgiving side dish. I don't know why this company is qualified to do surveys for food, but listen, apparently Washingtonians can't live without mashed potatoes.
I can.
What is the one item that would ruin Thanksgiving if it wasn't there, if it was absent? Suzie.
Well, hot take, I can't stand a mashed potato. So for me, I know, I don't know what it is.
We can't be friends.
But I know we can't be friends. A lot
what
of
did the
people
mashed potato do to offend you? Oh, actually, you know what?
I know. It's a texture
I know
thing.
the story. It's not a story
thing.
for TV.
Yeah.
We'll just...
But I couldn't live without the baked potato that everyone, if I come to their house, they know to make for me for Thanksgiving. So,
you are loved. I cannot live without my sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top. Now, I have elevated, I make more of a sweet potato pone, with the pecans and everything, but then I put marshmallows on half of it because I know. So I'll eat that for breakfast, lunch, or dinner afterwards. What about you all?
You hyped us up so well about being such great foodies. The one thing I actually can't live without for Thanksgiving is stuffing, or some people call it dressing.
Yeah.
But it's the one that comes out of the box.
Yes.
There's just something
like
so simple and nostalgic and just comforting about it. I just have to have it. I can't live without it.
I love that. I agree. I love stovetop. I have to say that actually kind of leads into our next topic. When it comes to stovetop and then homemade, do you like with your cranberry dressing? Do you like jellied, or do you like to make your own?
I go jellied.
Me too, every time.
I'm all about jelly.
I love jelly.
I love the way it moves right out of the can.
Say no to
so
cranberry. Say no to cranberry, period, folks.
Oh, period? You're like a hard
Nope.
no on that?
No, hard no on the
I'm with you
cranberry
on
on my
that one.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
table.
no to cranberry. But
Really?
I do think it's amazing how controversial it is. Like, do you have it out of the can? But I think if you have it out of the can, you have to own it. You can't put it in a can and then mash it. You have to leave it with
And
all
slices.
the rings. Yeah.
Like little slices.
Yep.
What I'm disappointed about is there's not more reasons to have jellied cranberry throughout the year. Frankly, I don't know why. Any other like shortcuts that y'all do for Thanksgiving? Other than the fact that I'm ordering my entire
hoping?
meal. Not my entire meal. I am making the yams.
You're making the yams.
So
One
they're
of the
welcome,
things
world.
one of the things that I've always wanted to do is in the Chinatown International District. There's several Chinese barbecue places that can do a Peking duck style turkey. Where if you see the roast ducks that are hanging in the windows, they will prepare it and dress it that same way, but in a turkey form. So they can do anywhere from, I think, 10 to 20 pounds. And it depends. You can bring your turkey, or they have turkeys for you that you can pay by the pound.
And when you say in your turkey form, you mean like legs folded, upright?
Or like just, you mean roasted, right?
Roasted, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the actual position of the duck.
Yeah, because the
just
ducks are
roasting
straight
the
hanging
duck.
up and down. Like,
Sitting up.
like you.
Speaking of positions, are there any like awkward Thanksgiving topics that are like not on the table that you try to avoid? What? Turkey position is just something that maybe people
It's one of
don't
those
know.
things. I'm all about the awkward conversations. I don't try to avoid them. I know Festivus is celebrated in December, but I'm all about the airing of grievances. And I just think that it brings loved ones closer to
I
sort
do.
of sit and struggle over something. And so just lay it all out there. Just let it happen.
I love it. Well,
that too.
I love all of you. Thank you so much for coming and having these hot takes about Thanksgiving. We appreciate you.